My child, stop right where you are. Do not take another step away from this moment. Do not let your finger scroll past what I have placed directly in front of you. This is not coincidence. This is not random. I did not allow this word to reach your eyes by accident. I arranged it. I orchestrated every detail of this moment long before today existed, long before the weight you now carry had a name, long before the tears you have cried had fallen. I want you to hear me with every part of your heart, not just the surface of it, not the polished version you show to others, but the deep, tired, aching place inside you that you have kept hidden for so long. This word is for that place. This word was made for you. Do not dismiss this. Do not tell yourself it is for someone else, someone more worthy, someone whose story is less broken than yours. That is a lie, and I need you to reject it immediately. I am speaking to you specifically. I know your name. I know your story. I know the version of your life that no one else has been allowed to see, and I am here, breaking through every layer of doubt and exhaustion and confusion to reach you in this moment. If you walk away now, you will miss what I have been preparing to say to you. If you stay, if you lean in, if you open that guarded heart even just a little wider, you will receive something that will change the way you see everything. So do not leave. Do not let distraction win this moment. Let me speak. Let me reach you. You have been waiting for a sign, and I tell you now, this is it. This is the sign you asked for. Stay, my child. Stay until the very last word. My beloved child, lean in closer now, because I want you to know something that goes deeper than any encouragement you have ever received from another person. I want you to know that I have seen you. Not the version of you that gets dressed and faces the world. Not the voice you use when you tell people you are fine. I have seen the real you, the one who sits in silence after everyone else has gone, the one who stares at the ceiling in the dark and asks questions that feel too frightening to say out loud, the one who has carried grief so long that it no longer even feels like grief. It just feels like the weight of being alive. I have seen the nights when you cried into your pillow so quietly that no one in the next room could hear. I saw the mornings when you forced yourself out of bed not because you wanted to, but because you did not know what else to do. I saw the moments you smiled in a crowded room while something inside you was crumbling. I saw you hold it together for everyone around you, while wondering if anyone anywhere would ever hold it together for you. I saw all of it, every hidden moment, every silent tear, every prayer you whispered into the air and then wondered if it simply disappeared. It did not disappear. Not one word, not one cry, not one sigh that was too heavy for language. Every single one reached me. Every single one is held in my hands right now. You thought you were speaking into emptiness, but you were speaking directly into my heart, and I heard you. I heard you when you asked if I was real. I heard you when you asked if I still cared. I heard you when you said in the quietest voice you could manage, I need you to understand that. My attention has never drifted from you. In all the moments you felt invisible, you were completely visible to me. In all the moments you felt forgotten, I had not taken my eyes off you for even a single breath. You are not invisible, my child. You have never been invisible. You have always been the one I am watching over, the one I am holding, the one I am whispering to when the night gets too heavy to bear alone. Comment. Father, you are everything to me. If he has carried you through seasons you could not carry yourself. My beloved, I know the weight of what you have walked through. I know about the betrayals that changed you, the people who were supposed to stay and did not, the trust you extended with an open hand only to have it rejected, the promises that were made to you and broken so thoroughly that you began to wonder whether any promise could ever be trusted again, including mine. I know the effect that left on your heart. I know how the walls went up, how the smiles stayed in place while something behind your eyes went quiet. I saw that happen, and I did not judge you for it. I understood it. I understood every single layer of it. There were also the doors that closed, the opportunities you prepared for, reached toward, prayed for, and then watched disappear without explanation. The seasons where it seemed everyone around you was moving forward, and something held you back, though you could not see what it was or why. You asked me again and again, Why does it seem like everyone else's life is unfolding while mine stays still? You asked it with frustration, then with grief, then finally with a hollow kind of resignation that felt worse than the frustration ever did. My child, I need you to hear this clearly. Those closed doors were not rejection, they were protection. Every door that shut in your face was one I shut with my own hand, not to punish you. Not because I had forgotten your name, but because I could see what was on the other side. I could see what that path would have cost you. I could see the harm waiting just beyond the threshold that would have looked like opportunity from where you stood. You saw a closing and called it failure. I saw a closing and called it love, and the silence. I know the silence is what has hurt the most, not the betrayals, not the closed doors, but the long, stretching quiet that settled over your prayers and seemed to say nothing back. You kept speaking into it, some days with faith, some days with desperation, some days with anger, and some days with nothing left but a kind of mechanical repetition because giving up felt worse than continuing. And still the silence stretched on. And you thought, surely this means he has moved on. Surely this means I am not worthy of an answer. Surely this means I am too far gone even for grace. But beloved, hear me now. My silence was never abandonment. My silence was the sound of me working in the places you could not see. Think of the seed. When it is buried in the ground, there is no sound above the soil. There is no visible growth. There is nothing for the eye to measure or the heart to celebrate. And yet beneath that silence, beneath that stillness, something extraordinary is happening. Roots are growing. Foundations are spreading. Life is forming in the darkness, preparing for the moment it will break through the surface and reach toward the light. That is what I have been doing in you. In every season you called empty, I was filling you. In every season you called still, I was moving. You could not see it because it was happening in the hidden places, the deep places, the places that needed to be strong before the breakthrough arrived. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. Hallowed, my beloved child. I must also speak to the voice you have been hearing, the one that is not mine. The voice that rises in the quiet moments and tells you that it is too late. The voice that whispers you are too broken to be used, too damaged to be loved, too far gone to be restored. The voice that reminds you of your worst moments and says, see, this is who you really are. That voice is not me, not for you. He has told you that you have disappointed me one too many times. He has told you that the gap between who you are and who I deserve is simply too wide to cross. These are all lies. Every single one of them is a lie designed to keep you on the ground when I am trying to lift you. Every single one is a deception meant to silence you when I am trying to hear your voice. Do not give those lies one more moment of your belief. Do not feed them with your agreement. They have no authority over you. They have no truth in them. They are empty words spoken by a defeated enemy who knows that if you ever fully grasp how loved you are, his grip over your heart will dissolve completely. Hear me instead. You are chosen. You are mine. You are seen. You are loved with a love that does not waver when you fail, does not dim when you doubt, does not shrink when you pull away. My love for you is not performance-based. Type, yes, Lord, I receive it. If these words have reached the deep place in your heart, my child, I want to tell you what is coming. I want you to lift your eyes for a moment from the valley you have been walking through and let me show you the horizon. Because what is ahead of you is not more of the same. What is ahead of you is not another long season of silent waiting and invisible struggle. What is ahead of you is the fulfillment of every promise I have spoken over your life. And I need you to believe that. Not just hear it, but truly believe it. Because what I am about to release requires a heart that is open enough to receive it. The season of waiting is ending. I am declaring that over you right now with all the authority of heaven behind my words. The cycle of reaching and not quite grasping. The pattern of almost and not yet. The repeated disappointment that has trained your heart to brace for pain instead of open for joy. That cycle is breaking. That pattern is ending. The door that has been closed so long it started to feel permanent is about to swing open. And it will open in a way that leaves no room for doubt about who opened it. I am releasing healing into your life. Healing that goes deeper than the surface. Healing for the places in your body that have been under attack, yes, but also healing for the places in your mind where anxiety has made its home. where fear has whispered its way into every tomorrow you try to imagine. I am bringing peace to the storms inside you. I am silencing the relentless noise that has kept you awake, kept you anxious, kept you bracing for the next thing to fall apart. Be still. Receive my calm. It is not a temporary stillness. It is a settled peace that will anchor you through whatever comes next. I am restoring what was stolen from you. The years that felt wasted, the relationships that were wounded, the dreams you buried because carrying them had become too painful. I am bringing restoration to things you stopped believing could be restored. I am breathing life back into what the enemy convinced you was too far gone. Nothing is too far gone for me. Nothing is beyond the reach of my hand. I spoke the world into existence from nothing. Do not tell me the thing you need is too difficult for me to accomplish. Provision is coming. The place of lack, of counting and coming up short, of wondering how the next need will be met, is giving way to abundance. I am opening streams you have not seen. I am bringing resources through doors you did not know existed. As I multiplied 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish to feed thousands upon thousands, I will multiply what is in your hands. Do not despise the smallness of what you currently hold. Place it before me and watch what I do with it. Your breakthrough will not be hidden. It will not be a quiet, private shift that only you can perceive. It will be visible, undeniable. The people who have watched you struggle, the ones who doubted you would rise, the ones who quietly counted you out while you were enduring the valley, they will see what I do for you. They will have no explanation for it except that the hand of God is upon your life. Your testimony will silence every lie that was ever spoken over you. Your story will become a light that draws others toward hope when their own hope is failing. Please consider supporting this channel as we carry this mission to bring these words of life to every heart that needs to hear them. If you feel moved, you can show your love through the Super Thanks button below. Every act of support keeps this message reaching those who need it most. My beloved child, now that I have declared what is coming, I must also give you wisdom for how to walk into it. Because blessings without wisdom become burdens, and open doors without discernment can lead a heart astray. I love you too deeply to pour into your life without also preparing you to carry what I am giving. So hear me carefully now. When the blessing begins to unfold, when the answers start arriving, and the doors begin opening and the people around you start noticing the change in your life, guard your heart against pride. It will rise quietly, almost invisibly, whispering that your own strength was what finally turned the tide. It will suggest that you figured something out, endured hard enough, believed faithfully enough to produce this result by the sheer force of your will. Do not listen to that voice. Every good thing that comes into your life flows from my hand. Yes, you endured. Yes, you pressed through. But it was my grace that sustained you when your own strength was gone. Stay humble. Humility will protect everything I give you. Pride opens the door for a fall that undoes what faithfulness built. Stay low before me even as I lift you high before others. Guard also against fear. The enemy will shift his strategy when he realizes that discouragement is no longer working. He will try to plant seeds of anxiety about the future into the very soil of your blessing. What if it does not last? What if you lose what you have gained? What if you are not equipped to sustain what has been given to you? These questions are not from me. I have not given you a spirit that shrinks back in fear. I have given you power and love and a sound and steady mind. When fear rises, speak my promises back into the atmosphere. Remind yourself and remind the enemy that what I give, no force on earth can take. Fear will try to make your blessing smaller than it is. Faith will keep it in its full size. Be careful also with what you share and with whom. Not every person in your life is meant to celebrate your season of breakthrough. Some will not understand it. Some will misinterpret it. Some, out of the pain of their own unanswered prayers, will speak doubt over what I am doing in you. Out of the pain of their own unanswered prayers, will speak doubt over what I am doing in you. Remember the young man named Joseph, who carried a dream so sacred and so large that sharing it too early cost him dearly. There are things I am planting in you right now that need time to grow strong in the soil of your heart before they are exposed to the atmosphere of others' opinions. Guard what is precious. Keep some things between you and me until the time comes when the fruit itself speaks louder than any words you could offer. Stay in prayer through this season. Do not let the busyness of receiving pull you away from the presence of the one who is giving. Prayer is not just for desperate seasons. It is the lifeline of every season, the thread that keeps your heart aligned with mine, the practice that ensures my voice stays louder than every other voice that will compete for your attention. When you pray, you remain connected. When you stop praying, the enemy moves into the silence. Do not give him that opportunity. Stay close. Stay speaking. Stay listening. Remain in gratitude. It is easier than you think to receive a blessing and forget the valley it came from. It is easier than you think to stop noticing what you once begged me for because it has now become ordinary and familiar. I am calling you to live in a posture of constant thanksgiving, not just for the grand visible gifts, but for the small daily mercies that surround you in every ordinary moment. Thank me in the morning before the day unfolds. Thank me in the evening when it is done. Thank me in the middle of it when nothing spectacular is happening and life is simply continuing. A grateful heart stays open, an ungrateful heart slowly closes. Choose gratitude and watch how it keeps the blessing flowing. Right, I love you, Lord, forever and always. If He is the center of every season you have walked through, my beloved child, now I want to bring you into the final and deepest place of what I have to say. I want to close this word not with a list of promises, as real and certain as those promises are, but with the most foundational truth I could ever speak to your heart. The truth that holds everything else together. The truth that makes every breakthrough meaningful, and every blessing beautiful. You are loved, fully, completely, without reservation, without condition, without beginning or end. My love for you is not something that started when you first reached toward me. It did not begin the day you first acknowledged my name or prayed your first prayer or made your first decision to believe. My love for you began before you did, before your parents knew your face, before the earth held your footprint, before time had a shape. I already loved you. I knew your name and I called it, and it was mine. This love has never shifted, not through your worst season, not through your darkest choice, not through the years where you walked away, or the moments where you chose your own path over mine. I did not love you less in the valley than I will love you on the mountaintop. I did not love you less when you failed than I loved you when you succeeded. I love you the same in every moment, because my love is not a reflection of what you do. It is a revelation of who I am, and I am love. I cannot give you anything less than the fullness of what I am. You are not walking into this new season alone. I want you to feel the weight of that truth settle into your bones right now. I am not releasing you into blessing and then stepping back to watch from a distance. I am not sending you through an open door and then disappearing. I am going through it with you, closer than your own shadow, more constant than your own heartbeat. I will be beside you in the unfamiliar places, guiding you around what you cannot see, steadying you when the ground feels uncertain, whispering which way to walk when the path branches and you do not know which direction leads home. Your story is not over. This is perhaps the most important sentence I can leave in your heart today. Your story is not over. The chapters you thought defined you were not the conclusion. The seasons you thought represented the truest version of your life were not the summary. I am still writing. I have been writing all along, and the pages ahead are filled with things that will undo every false belief you have carried about your own future. The best of what I have for you has not yet arrived. The deepest joy you will know has not yet been poured. The greatest testimony that will rise from your life is still forming. Do not put the book down. Do not decide on the ending before I have written it. Let me finish the story I started. Your pain will not be the last word. Your waiting will not be the final chapter. Your tears have been watering the ground of a harvest that is even now beginning to rise through the soil. What was buried is growing. What was hidden is preparing to break into the light. What you thought was lost forever is being redeemed in ways you cannot yet picture. I am a God of restoration, and nothing you have experienced falls outside the reach of my ability to redeem it. Lift your head, my child. This is not a small request. I know how long your head has been bowed under the weight of all you have carried. I know how much energy it has taken just to keep moving forward when every step felt heavy. But lift your head now, not because the weight was never real, but because the one who carries all things is standing beside you and asking you to look up. Look at what is ahead. Look at the open door. Look at the horizon of the new season. Look at what I am declaring over your life in this moment. You are chosen. You are mine. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not too broken, too late, too worn, or too far gone. You are exactly where I knew you would be when I planned this moment. And I am meeting you here with everything you have needed and everything that is still to come. Stand tall, beloved. Walk forward without the weight of what is behind you. I have carried it. I am carrying it still. Your hands are free to receive what I am about to place in them. Your heart is free to open wider than it has ever opened before. Your eyes are free to see the future I have always seen when I look at you. I am closer than your next breath. I am more certain than the ground beneath your feet. I am more faithful than any promise any human being has ever made to you. And I will never, not in this season or the next, not in your highest moment or your lowest, not in your strength or your weakness, I will never let you go. You are mine, and that is a truth that no force in heaven or on earth or beneath the earth has the power to change. Type Amen to receive this declaration and share this word so that another heart that has almost given up might find the hope it has been searching for.